Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. The Steelers have made some moves. Of course, we've seen DK Metcalf yesterday, the trade that happened, the second round pick for DK Metcalf. But we also seen today, of course, you guys been keeping up on my Steelers Syndicate channel, and you're keeping up on here as well earlier. We've seen, of course, a lot of different moves the Steelers made. Darius Slay, big play Slay is coming to Pittsburgh, big time signing, adding him, a veteran cornerback to pair next to JPJ to teach him some stuff. They might draft a cornerback, maybe Steele as well, but you got Corey Trice as well. He can learn a lot from Darius Slay, who's a multiple time All-Pro, Pro Bowler, and a Super Bowl champion as well, who's had a pretty good career so far. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Joe Hayden, a little bit. Remember Joe Hayden, we got him on the end of his career, and he had a Pro Bowl year for us. He played well, and he shined in that defense. I think this is going to be the same thing. You have Darius Slay back there with JPJ, Minka, Fitzpatrick, get a little more help with that in the secondary. Corey Trice, Benny Bishop played pretty well too, his undrafted rookie last year. And then you got some nice pieces, of course, up front. TJ Watt, of course, got his Highsmith. And then they did add what's his name? Harrison on the linebacker for the Ravens. He's the inside linebacker, so they added him as well. So they had other more depth pieces too. So we're gonna see exactly what the Steelers gonna do. They did cut Larry and Joby. They saved them $7 million on the cap to add more stuff. And then they also they did something else too. Something else that happened. They're working on. I think they're working on the deal, or they've been interested in working with Damar Hamlin. I don't know what's going to happen. Damar Hamlin did play better last year. He played better last year as a safety. Maybe still bring him in as a depth piece or something. But we'll see exactly what goes on. But we did see Justin Fields. Justin Fields get he left. He went to the Jets on a 2-year deal with $40 million. I kind of had his number with the Steelers probably around 10 to 15 mil per year, like that. Maybe a 2-year deal. Worth $30 million. We paid him $15 million a year, but the Jets paid him some big money like that. I don't think the Steelers will be able to match that too as well. And plus, I think he was already interested in the Jets because they kind of heard the rumors about it. Aaron Glenn raved about him and knows him and stuff like that. So it kind of was a good connection. And now he is a Jet. And now you look at, of course, Sam Darnold signed with the Seahawks. Those are 2 QB options the Steelers had. Sam Darnold signed a 3-year, $100 million deal with them. So now they're looking at like what the Steelers are going to do to the quarterback position. You're going to bring in the old Mr. Psychedelic, Aaron Rodgers. Or you're going to bring in Russell Wilson. But Russell Wilson is getting talks with the Browns. Now, the Browns just traded and got Kenny Pickett. So Kenny Pickett coming to the Browns, which is funny. We're going to light him up, too. If he start as a quarterback for the Browns, we're going to light his ass up, for sure. But Kenny Pickett is on Brown now. But you also see, it said that Russell Wilson was in contact with the Browns and in contact with the Giants and in contact with the Titans as well. So Russ, they said it was how the Steelers live. But they said now Russ might be out of Pittsburgh. So Aaron Rodgers might be the only person you can get. Bring him in and maybe draft the guy, unless you want to go in the draft and say, you know what? I have DK Metcalf. I have George Pickens. I have Pat Freiermuth. Najee Harris, my boy Najee is gone. Najee Harris signed a 1-year deal with the Chargers, $9 million. I hope we go out there and have a 1,600-yard season. We go out there and put some big numbers. I want him to get 1,600 rushing yards. I want him to get 15 rushing touchdowns and just dominate, have a dominating all-pro year like that. Because I'm like, we should have kept Najee Harris. He 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, amazing player, phenomenal player like that. I bought his jersey too as well, the color of his jersey. Every player jersey I buy, they always seem to leave. I'm gonna start buying the retired jerseys only now, from now on. But Najee Harris, good career here with the Steelers. I'm still gonna be supporting Najee Harris. I'm gonna be watching his games when he plays for the Chargers. So I'm definitely be supporting him still, watching this game and rooting for him still, and seeing him succeed as well like that. Just don't beat us. Just don't do good when you play us, but do good in any other game. But I think the Steelers definitely could maybe look at that approach in the draft. Like I mentioned, all the weapons we had, George Pickens, DK Metcalf, Pat Freiermuth. You got Darnell Washington. The O-line is still pretty good, pretty solid like that. Maybe a little few spots to fill, maybe fix up a little bit, but overall still pretty solid O-line. You have Jalen Warren. We're going to see if they drop it up running back in the draft. My next mock draft will be a little easier now. Now that the free agency, they've kind of added pieces so I can see what they have. Defense is good as well. So you might be looking at like maybe the Steelers could go to approach and they want to get Aaron Rodgers right. Or they can go to approach and say, you know what? We got all these pieces on offense, all these weapons. What's to say we cannot trade up in the draft? Omar Cumming playing very aggressive. I would not be surprised if it happened. He trade up in the draft and say, I'm going to take a Cam Ward. Cam Ward, who has a strong arm, a cannon of an arm, who can play the quarterback position at a high level, attack the middle of the field at a high level, and who has mobility as well like that, just in case he got to step the pocket and make a throw on a run and stuff as well. He's not doing a threat, but he's just a mobile quarterback. He can get the pocket and make plays with his arm and stuff. So I'm going to trade up for Cam Ward. I'm going to trade up for Shedeur Sanders or something. Let's say, who said that Steelers can't go out there and do that like that because they already have the pieces around them. And you trade up for those guys, you won't have to pay super crazy amounts. out either. So you can kind of let those guys roll and roll with those individuals and see what happens. Or they might go to a process, say, I'm going to bring Aaron Rodgers in, and maybe I'll draft a Jackson Dart if he's still available in the 3rd round, or maybe I'll draft a Jalen Moreau. Now, I mentioned before on this channel, Jackson Dart and Jalen Moreau, they have talent and potential, but I feel like they might not be ready day one guys. But if you let them sit behind, I feel like he can definitely emerge or something. So we can wait and see what happens like that. It's still gonna go approach to bring a veteran in, and then you roll with like someone like the young guys like that, and Aaron Rodgers in, and you roll one of the young guys as a backup. Joe Milton is another option, in my opinion, as well, like that, to bring in as a backup guy and maybe potentially be your top guy eventually one day. Joe Milton, 6'5", has a strong arm. He's drafted like a 6-7 round last year, but you've seen the potential around him. What he did the combine, what he did preseason, and what he did the last game of the season with the Patriots as well, playing pretty good and leading the Patriots to beat the Bills that last game of the season. Of course, the Bills didn't have already started up there, of course, on offense and stuff, but still leading them to beat them. So it actually was cool to see, and you see the potential he has there with his arm talent and everything. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I did. My friend Larry, who is a Cowboy fan, he did mention. He said, "What about Trey Lance?" I was like, Trey Lance has potential. But I don't know. He's 6'5" quarterback, got a strong arm and everything. He's a dual threat type of guy, so he has the ability to run and make things happen. And when you take a chance on that, it wouldn't be too much. I don't know if he's a free agent or he's still on the Cowboys roster. But when you take a chance for Trey Lance, maybe add him as your second, third guy, and see if he emerges to something like that, you can develop him. We don't know. We'll have to find out. He kind of followed that same tree as Justin Fields, the top tier guy who was drafted up, who didn't work out too well with his team and kind of wandered off somewhere else and still have potential. Because he's only 24 years old too as well. So you bring a guy like that, you never know what can happen. So we'll see what the Steelers do fully, officially. My long shot one is the one I mentioned many times. I mentioned this for the past 2 years. Trading for Kyler Murray. I thought Kyler Murray would be a perfect fit in Pittsburgh, but I don't think the Cardinals are trading Kyler Murray. But you never know what can happen though. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. And I'll probably see you guys most likely tomorrow unless something else happens tonight. But yeah, stay tuned in, stay locked in. Comment down below if you see anything else, hear any of the news. Let me know down below what you think about all the stuff and ideas you have about quarterback situation. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.